Alright, what's up everybody? This is Mobs from POVgaming.tv. I want to take a few minutes tonight to talk about one of my latest favorite MMOs since beta, actually, and a game that I think deserves a ton of attention, and I I really want this game to succeed because I think it is so good and so intelligent, and they do things so differently that I really think that it needs a lot more respect than it gets, and that MMO is The Secret World. It's made by Funcom. Funcom, they were guys that created Anarchy Online from back in the day. Age of Conan, The Longest Journey, which was an absolute phenomenal single-player experience. If you like MMOs with great story, interesting characters, great subject matter, this is the game for you. The single player story is so smart, the dialogue is brilliant, the characters are interesting, the voiceovers are the best that they can be. I mean, if you're playing a game like SWTOR and you think that is the pinnacle of like cinematic MMO single player experience, you are sadly mistaken. The content in The Secret World is leagues above SWTOR. And the lore, oh man, the lore is so fucking cool. I mean, they concentrate on the Illuminati, the dragons, the Templars, conspiracies, myths, gods, goddesses, like so many interesting things. I mean, the fast travel system is based on the, this is when I first knew this was the game that I need to dig into. The fast travel system was based, or is based, on the Hollow Earth theory. Your fast travel system is a tree of life, basically, the engine that runs the Earth in the center of the Earth, and that's how you get from place to place, and you just ride along the branches of this tree of life. It deals with Egyptians, zombies, Norse mythology, Asian mythology. I mean, they just do so many cool things. And that's the great thing about Funcom, is they just do whatever the fuck they want. They don't care about what's happening. They have their own style. And their own style definitely is not for everybody. But if you were to give it a chance, you would definitely dig into this. The content is worth watching, it's worth playing, the character development is good, the skill system is really customizable and really nice. You have somewhere, I think, over 500 individual skills that you can spec out to make any kind of character you want. Graphic-wise, DirectX 11, the character models are pretty good, though the animations are a bit stiff, and sometimes your character might look like kind of a Barbie doll of sorts. But other than that, I mean, this game and also it respects the player. It respects that you're not a fucking idiot. It respects that maybe you're an adult that plays MMOs and can actually use your brain to figure out very complex puzzles that, I mean, that you have to really do legitimate research for. I mean, the investigation quests are hard. The game itself is not very easy. It's not a game that will just, they don't give welfare epics, you know, you don't show up and win. You know, the content is difficult. The content also, like I said, respects you as hopefully an intelligent person, and, you know, they give quests that make you think. In fact, you can actually access the internet through the game, so you can look up on the internet. I mean, now obviously you can look up the quest, but at release you could look up on the internet the clues via the internet, Wikipedias, all kinds of different information to solve these quests. There was at one point where you had to download a Morse code, a Morse code translator on your computer, and listen to the Morse code on your computer to figure out a quest. And that was just something really cool. There was another quest where they set up a fake blog about this man who would blog about his life, and you had to read his blog to figure out the quest. I mean, so many out-of-the-box thinking they have done with The Secret World, from character development to content to adult situations, the writing, the translation. I mean, these are guys, a smallish studio from Norway, who seem to understand you know, cultures from all over the place, way better than a lot of other people, a lot of other,
That's
you know, maybe a lot of other
they cannot
entities
manifest
have.
from their wretched corpse.
And
Only the
their
Yazidi
storytelling
know
is so smart, their dialogue is so good,
Yazidi.
and you really get invested in these
The
stories.
first child. accidentally
I guess I should
installed a
probably
death
cut it
curse
there,
that
but I just
killed
wanted to
my
give some
mother,
props to
our
Funcom
neighbors,
because
and a passing couple in
I
the
think they're
street,
doing a really phenomenal
which
job.
spared their small dog.
I think their latest patch, which is the huge raid in New York, they've implemented
Carter,
more customization to
this
your
is
character. You
why
can
I
actually
saw
change the
something
height of your
myself
character.
in
The
you.
raid is fucking
Great
awesome.
and terrible
You should look
power,
up the trailer for that
shape
patch.
of the care
I mean, hell,
I
one
never
of your
had.
weapons is a chainsaw. I mean, that's the newest auxiliary weapon. You know, like I said, I just want to give props to Funcom because I think they're doing a really good job, and I want to see money being put toward this game so they can further develop the lore and the stories and the missions. And with each new patch, they release new story content, new missions at a really surprising rate, depending. I mean, considering the quality of the content they're releasing, it's fairly fast. I mean, voiceovers and shit like that ain't easy and it ain't cheap, and they're doing it, and I think they're doing it better than anybody else that's currently doing it. So this is props to Funcom and everybody that is into the secret world. You know, these guys deserve your support, and you should give it to them. Find a new experience in MMOs. It's not all about gear, shinies, and progression. There's a lot more to it. Alright, later.
The very book of curses. Truly a